Good morning. I don't know if I'll call it good. I'll call it good now. I'll call it better morning. So y'all, if you watched my last video, my hearing was starting to decline in my left ear again. Kind of like it did last month. It was just felt the same before my vertigo attack. And so yesterday the ringing was getting really loud. Last night it was loud. So I got up this morning, sat on the side of the bed, and noticed my ear was just ringing so much I could not hear out of it very good at all. And all of a sudden everything started swaying. So I hollered for my husband, and he came up here and gave me like my rescue medicine, and I had a vertigo attack for 2.5 hours. So after about an hour it started subsiding somewhat as far as like the rotary part, but just like trying to keep my eyes focused on one spot, everything was just like this. About 3 hours I was feeling much better, other than I'm still woozy. Like getting up, I have to be really careful. I've got my handy dandy little thing. My husband's been here with me the whole time, by the way. I finally told him that he could go take a break, go do something outside. I'm okay. But it's been a hot mess this morning, y'all. I had to get up to go to the bathroom, and he's like trying to carry me there. And then he wheeled me in the bathroom in this thing, and it was kind of comical. I actually was laughing because I don't know, you either cry or laugh. So did that. Oh, and I got back and I was so nauseous. Like I took a nausea pill and it helped me from throwing up, but I was so close, so close. But I'm feeling much better. I'm just very unsteady on my feet. But I just had some lunch. I had enough appetite to eat some lunch because I looked down, it was literally 1:30, and I was like, I can't believe it. I couldn't even believe the time it was, and I hadn't eaten all day. Y'all, I know this thing looks crazy, but it has helped me so much during these vertigo attacks. Guess I can open the window and get a little bit of sunlight. It's a pretty day out. Really wish I was outside today. My husband's down there working on wood. He said he was. I think I see him down there. We've got a couple more days of warm weather, and I think it's supposed to storm. Actually, it might be tomorrow. And then after that, it's going to be chilly this coming week. In the 30s at night, low 30s. And y'all know I jumped the gun and planted a lot of my seeds, my zinnia seeds, but if I can get down there, I'm going to put some frost cloth over them. And if I have to plant more, I have a bunch under the house because I seed saved, so we'll see. What are you doing?
Making a sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
Probably chicken breast. I don't know what's in here.
Whatever you can find.
Huh?
Whatever we can find kind of day.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a little bit. If you want to come to the greenhouse, I'll be down there.
Okay.
It's peaceful in the rain. Y'all, it's raining. But this is the best time to be at the greenhouse when it's raining, because the vent fan's not on. I can just watch it rain, and it's peaceful. And I need to go down there and work on some plants. There's several things I need to be working on. It has been really hot the last several days. Like upper 80s, and that's crazy because it's just the beginning of March. So I don't know what that means for this summer, if it's going to be really hot. But yeah, I can't complain though, because me and my husband are not really winter people. We get over the winter weather really quickly, and so it's just so welcoming to have warm weather back and flowers starting to bloom. It's Sunday, and I wanted to give you guys an update on my ear situation. I'm more positive today, and actually I was yesterday too. Today I woke up, and Sunday morning we went and did our little church service downstairs online and listened to the sermon, and then this morning I got up, and I don't have any vertigo today. I still have hearing issues, but I don't have vertigo. So I'm just positive about that. I have decided that I'm just gonna have a good day. Day by day, minute by minute, I'm going to be more positive. I've been very negative the last couple weeks. I've been borderline letting myself get depressed, and I can't live like that. That's not good for me. It's not good for the people around me, for my well-being, for my health. I mean, I just can't live like that, y'all. So I just want to live my life, and I want to be happy, and I want to live it according to God's will. He's walking this with me, and he knows what's best for me, and I have to trust him and trust that this process, and I have to trust my doctor, and I have to trust my specialist, the doctor that I see. I have to put my trust, in the Lord, that he's working through these medical professionals. And so just sitting here worrying about all the what ifs, and worrying about my hearing situation now and not wanting to be happy. I can be happy if my hearing's not perfect. I can be happy. I just have to get used to the new sound. And hearing aids are not perfect. Cochlear implants are not perfect, but they are aids. They help. And I may not have the hearing I used to have, but I can still live my life and be happy. And that's what I need to do. I need to still continue to fulfill my purpose in this world, and I can't do that living miserable. That's just not a healthy way to live, spiritually, physically, and mentally. So if I have a little bit of wonky hearing, then I just need to learn that that's my new sound. And I will say the hearing aids help a lot, and I'm so thankful to have them. I'm so thankful there are options out there for me. If I end up having a lot of vertigo and it keeps proceeding, then there are options that the doctor's going to want to discuss with me, and I just have to trust God and trust the doctor that he knows what's best, and we'll just follow that path. All right, guys, I'm down here, and I am going to work on getting some cuttings going and some seed starting, because I had a little bit of bad germination on some of these seeds. I'll show you. This was my marigolds. They don't look so good. I've got like 3 that came up. I guess maybe there was some bad germination on those, and I'm gonna start some more. These are marigolds as well. More marigolds that did not do a very good showing. We have 3 and a weed over there. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna dig out some more seeds. I knew they were old, and I haven't been out to get new seeds, so that's a real possibility. But we're gonna go get some more out of the basement. We're gonna try it again. And I have some broccoli that started over here, which doesn't look too lovely either, and 1 petunia. Look at that. I just don't have a really good showing of stuff. The only thing that did good was my tomatoes. Let's do some more petunias. There's some marigolds. There's some more marigolds. Alright, so I'm gonna try these marigolds from the seed pack. Alright, let's do this one. Okay, so these are some of the seeds I saved off some of my marigolds. So I'm gonna heavily plant these in here. That way we'll see what we can get up from all these. Okay. Positive vibes. That should be the title of this video. And my life at the moment. And forevermore, right? Alright, next. Now, I think what I'm going to do for my broccoli, this is my little triage area, I think that I'm going to put it in some bigger pots, because it's probably what it needs, and then it'll help it take off, hopefully. Ooh, there's some good roots in there. That should help. We'll do that with the rest of them, and hopefully I'll have some broccoli plants, because last year I had broccoli and I made some soup with it. Y'all, it was the best ever. It was so good. Alright, the last bin, we're going to try petunias again. So I'm just going to thickly plant them on here again, add a little bit more soil on top, water them, and hope for the best. Alright, I'm gonna put a cover over this one. I should all of them actually. And we'll stick these over here. Alright, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is find some pots to put my little cuttings in. These little ones work perfect. Or you can use little plastic cups, which is perfect if you're giving them to people and you want your pots back. So I may need to go in there and find some more. These are like little medicine cups. You can find them like in the bath section or even just like in the paper plate cup section at Walmart. Like I found that's where I got these. Other stores have them too. But yeah, they work perfect for seeds. Just put like a little hole in the bottom. That way they'll kind of drain. And I'm going to make up a little bit of succulent soil. And I've got some over here in the corner that I'm going to do that with. I try to keep like a little bucket of it right here. This is regular potting soil and this is river sand. I totally love river sand. It's great for succulents. So I just do a half and half mixture. Mix it in here half and half. Alright, found some cups. I'm gonna go ahead and pop some little holes in the bottom of them. Definitely want a drainage hole in your pot. Now, if you're an experienced succulent person, you can get away with not having drainage holes. I occasionally find some really cute pots and things that you can put succulents in that aren't really made for that. They don't have drainage holes in it. So I'm really careful with watering. What I generally recommend is you always want to wait till a succulent soil is completely dry before watering again. You can even go several days past when you notice it being dry and they're still going to be fine. The key is if you have a container about this size, it doesn't have a drainage hole in it, you're like, how much do I water it? So what you want to do is do half the volume of a container. Like that much water will go in it. And then just water again when the soil dries again. But always make sure you do like a very good draining mixture. A cactus mixture would work good. Some people, can't find river sand and stuff, so they want to go to the store and look for something. Sometimes they will have succulent sand mixes, but a lot of them are labeled as cactus. That works fine too. If you can find a sand, make sure that it's a coarse grit sand, not like playground sand. That doesn't work very good. So with all the succulents that I have in the greenhouse, because I am a collector of succulents, between me and my neighbor, we both love them, so we share them back and forth, and they will propagate so quickly if you just work at it. Like, just take a leaf off of them and throw them in, like a bin. Like, this was just a little bin of leaves, and now look at it now. It's just like a forest, a jungle of succulents. And just all from just like leaves, and you can salvage all kinds of parts on the succulents and propagate them from. One little leaf will make a new plant. Sometimes they propagate a little bit differently though, depending on the type, but for the most part, like all of the succulent, you can propagate even the stems. You can even use the flowers and get seeds from them. I think that's one of the harder ways to do it, but I would just use the leaves or just make a cutting and then just stick it in the soil. All right, the first one I'm gonna get is a donkey's tail for my mom. That's what she was wanting. So I've got a couple of them in here. This one is really cool. Now I will give a tip about these. Their petals, their leaves can pop off very easily. So wherever you put these, put them in a spot where you're not gonna brush up next to them. They like the sun. They're really pretty when they drape down like that though. I just love them. So you just gotta be careful if you're moving them and stuff like that. Just be mindful that they can pop off very easily. And I have some right here trailing down. These are ones that I had just thrown in that little bucket right there. And then they've just kind of multiplied, but they're really cool coming down through here. And they can turn like pinkish, if you can see that right on that one. That is called blushing, and a lot of succulents will do that. Like during season changes, if the nights are really cool and the days warm up, they'll do that. Or if they've not had a lot of water, you kind of stress them and it'll bring that color out into them. All right, I got her a really good piece with a root on the end of it, and honestly, that's a big piece, so I think that's gonna be too small. Let's get a bigger pot and stick that down into. I'm gonna have to cut that one a little bit. Let's cut that a couple times, and that is totally fine. You can take these anywhere and cut them, and you'll see that I'm gonna grab a hold of this and see the petals popped off. Just gotta be real careful. Pop that down in there like that. Now when I go to propagate something, especially succulents, I like to just put them under my lamps over there sometimes. They do really good. So we will stick them over here. Alright y'all, I found a pot that needs some work and it's heavy. So here's one that needs some cleaning on the bottom leaves. I'm just gonna pull them out. And there's lots of little babies in there too. And I've got a new plant. Now, if you wonder, you know, how long of a stem do I need on a succulent that I'm gonna be putting in the soil? You don't have to have a stem at all. You can just use the top of the rosette and just set it right on top of the soil and it will root in. So it's just a preference thing. Sometimes you may want them sticking up, you know, having a longer stem, just, you know, the way it looks aesthetically. Other times you might want it just to be a compact little rosette right on the soil. So I do different things with them. Now, what I'll do for these, fill up my little pot with my succulent soil. Now this one has a little stem on it, so you can just put it down in there. That is a cute one. That little Haworthia. There's one. A little Kalanchoe. And these little ones are called Chryssulas. They're really cute. I like those. You can just cut them in half anywhere on the stem and make another plant. And that's what I'm gonna do. Super cute. So I think I'm done here. I just saw something though, quite crazy. All right, y'all. You know how I was telling you about that lizard earlier? I know I'm not hallucinating. I saw something pop up out of one of these holes in here. So I think this lizard is in the bottom of this tray. I am not lifting that up. No way. Because if I see that thing jump out, I will scream and take off running. Ooh. Okay, well, that might be why some of my plants haven't popped up. I don't know. I may have to have my husband come down here later and investigate this. I know I saw a lizard head pop up. I know I did. I just don't want to lift it up because he'll probably pop out and I'll scream. I will. I really will. Don't see any movement. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. I don't need that excitement right now. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed the little seedling session and propagating session. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to come down here and do that today on this rainy Sunday. Stopped raining though for the moment, I think. We may get some more rain the rest of the day, I don't know. Cooler temperatures are on the way, and hopefully it won't bite my plants or my seeds I've already put out there, but we'll keep an eye on them, and I will touch base with you guys soon because I've enjoyed this today, just getting out here and not sitting inside and stressing over things, and I just need to do this more. All right, well, hope you guys have a blessed day, and Jesus loves you, and see you soon.